past week, 100 new YouTube channels that have never uploaded before went viral. I'm talking about millions of views without never having uploaded a single video. And because I want to go viral too, I spent the past 2 weeks figuring out how they did it. Turns out that there's a 3-step process that these creators are gatekeeping just so they can keep exploiting it, but not anymore. And in today's video, I'm going to break down these 3 steps just so you can use it for your own channel and go viral too. Step 1, your reach. There are 2 basic elements that you have to understand if you want to blow up on YouTube. The first element is so important, it can literally predict the amount of views you're gonna get before posting a video. And I like to call it TAM, Total Addressable Market. This concept will essentially tell you the maximum amount of views that are available at your niche. You gotta take in mind that the more targeted your content is, the smaller your total addressable market will be. Think about it. There's millions of people looking to get into business, but not all of them are actively looking towards lead generation. Maybe they already have the lead generation side of things figured out, but they want to learn how to hire people. Or maybe they don't even know what lead generation is in the first place. Understanding this concept will allow you to aim for bigger viewing ceilings. Because if your goal is to go viral, you want to make sure you go big and you want to make sure you're seen by millions of people. Now, you gotta take in mind that higher viewing ceilings also means that there's gonna be tons and tons of competition in the market, which is gonna bring us to our second element. So pay attention because this is exactly how you ideate viral videos. So when we're looking to ideate content to post on your channel, we usually just look into YouTube, find the top 3 performing videos on the niche, copy the concept and the title, maybe even the thumbnail, edit it, post it, and then patiently wait until we get thousands and hundreds of thousands of views. But nothing happens. You think to yourself, if he got views, I can do it too. And then the disappointment hits you like a truck. But let me tell you something. If it were that easy, everybody would be going viral on YouTube right now. Copying ideas from bigger channels that already have their videos positioned in the algorithm is like trying to compete against a Formula 1 car using a bicycle. Luckily, there are 2 unspoken terms that all of these creators use to always ideate viral content. So pay very close attention. The very first term is called IoT, or interest over time. In an insanely competitive market, there are topics that people will consistently maintain their interest. I've been in the YouTube space for years and I know for a fact that people are always looking to blow up on YouTube. It doesn't matter how many videos are out there looking to satisfy the demand. I know that the demand is just way bigger. And the interest over time in this topic is always going to stay high. And that is one of the elements I need in order to know that this video has a shot at getting thousands of views, because I know I'll make a video way better. Now, you gotta take in mind that there's a step-by-step process that you have to follow. First, you want to make sure that you go into YouTube and you look for the topic that you're looking to talk about. Let's say how to blow on YouTube. Then you want to make sure that you filter this search by time. I usually go for weeks or months. This is going to show you all the videos that have been posted with these similar keywords in the past week or in the past months. Now, this is the important part because you want to make sure that you look for videos from channels that have less subscribers than views. These are called outliers and they're one of the best ways to actually validate the ideas and identify the interests of people over a topic. In my ideation process, I usually look between 10 to 15 different outliers before I actually decide which one's gonna be the best. Then I make sure to watch every single one of these videos and then I identify all of the gaps that these videos have. This brings me to my second term, informational gaps. Informational gaps are the weak spots of a video. Maybe they just simply forgot about something, maybe the quality was bad, maybe the editing could be better. It doesn't matter as long as you identify it as a weak spot. Anything that you think you can do better, take note of it and make sure that you implement it in the next video you're going to record. For the next step, you want to make sure that you compare titles between outliers. Then you want to formulate a video idea and title using these outliers as reference. Now, make sure that you're not copying the outliers. You just want to use them as validation for your idea. You can take a few keywords here and there, but make sure that the titles are different because then you're just going to be a copycat. In the description, you're going to find the tool that I use to spot outliers easily, which is called Video IQ. And finally, going for our last term, we want to understand our unique mechanisms. I've never heard any YouTuber talk about this term before, so make sure you understand it because it's gonna give you a huge advantage. Now, I'm gonna go back to the outliers. Make sure that you watch those videos again and I want you to look for something. All of these videos are unique in a way. They all give you different perspectives and different strategies. And this is exactly what I want you to look for because one common trait of all viral videos is that they are always offering you a unique thing. If you think about it, every problem has multiple ways to be fixed and your content should present your unique way of solving it. In my case, I have Hansel's way to solve this problem, which is why you're watching this video. You have probably noticed that the information that I'm giving you right now is exclusive to this video. Maybe I'm using shared terms that other videos have used before, but ultimately some of the terms I'm discussing here I've never heard anybody else talked about before. And that's because I figured my own way of doing things and it works. Make sure you use these mechanisms to leverage your videos and make them better than anybody else. Now, I know so far I've covered so much information, so do not be afraid of stopping the video, going back a bit and then taking notes. Now, once you have spotted these outliers and you already have a title and a video idea, and you know that this idea is gonna get views, let's jump into chapter 2, creating the script. Once you have validated your killer video idea, you wanna make sure that you package all of your knowledge into a script that actually wants people to stay for the entire video. Every viral video script out there shares 4 common traits that you wanna make sure you're gonna use for your next video. The first thing that you wanna do is validate the click of the viewer, and a hook is the best way to do it. You gotta take in mind that the average attention span in today's world is literally under 8 seconds. So we need to make them wanna watch, and we need to make that fast. One of my favorite ways to do this is by applying a technique that I've never heard anybody else in the scripting space talk about. And this is used by Mr. Beast itself. I call this principle the first frame technique. I first heard about this concept in a document that I read, and I'm gonna leave that document in the description so you can just click on it and read it whenever you want. But I want you to pay attention to this.
I built a giant death trap, which is just one of many traps we've built. And for every trap this contestant survives, he wins $100,000. But if he fails one, he loses everything.
Did you see that? This is literally the first frame of the video. A cage hanging in the middle of a room with spikes all over it. As a viewer, the first thought in your head is gonna be, I wanna know what's gonna happen next, which means that you're not gonna click off the video. It's such an amazing opener because it makes people actually wanna stay and watch the video instead of just clicking away. You are instantly validating the click without even talking in the video. The best way to do a hook is not only telling people something, it's actually showing it to them. If you go to the very first frame of this video, you'll see the exact same principle being applied. In the past week, 100 new YouTube channels that have never uploaded before went viral. Now, the next step is to pair this first frame with a statement or a question that actually creates immediate curiosity in the people. In the next part, we want to give our viewers a small taste of what's about to come. We do this with an introduction, and the goal of the introduction is to set up expectation and answer all the possible mental questions that the viewer have asked when they read the title and the thumbnail. Your viewers are already asking themselves hundreds of questions just by watching your thumbnail and reading the title. So you want to make a list of 10 possible questions that they might ask, and then you're going to select the 3 most common ones because those are the ones that you're going to cover in your introduction. The next step is going to be the body of the video. Now, we want to make sure that we give mini payoffs to the viewer, which means that they're going to be progressively more excited as the video progresses, so they can actually stay engaged throughout the video. The mini payoffs are essentially giving the viewer small pieces of information that are enough to create more curiosity on them, but not so much that we're actually satisfying their hunger. When they're not satisfied, that means that they're gonna keep watching. And lastly, for the body, you wanna make sure you don't give away the information first. You actually wanna create excitement first, set up expectations, and then reveal the information. Once we have the body for video ready, we're gonna jump into the outro. Now, just because it's the end of the video, we don't wanna throw our viewers' attention away. We have worked hard to maintain them engaged, and we're gonna keep maintaining them engaged until the very last word. For the outro, make sure that you add a call to action that either drives them to watch another video or makes them want to click on an external link. Stories are one of the best ways to maintain engagement, and you're gonna use this for the call to action. Now, writing a good script is a matter of practice and repetition. You cannot expect that your first video is gonna have the perfect script, so make sure to spend at least 1 hour a day practicing on an open document. Even if that video is not gonna be recorded at the end, you wanna make sure that you put in practice all of the points I've discussed. The more reps you put in, the faster and the better you'll become. Now, in these 2 chapters, I already talked about the most important things about making a video go viral. There are still things left like creating a banger thumbnail and editing the video in a way that is gonna make people wanna stay through the entire length of it. But these 2 things are things that I'm planning to cover in a separate video. So if you wanna see that, please comment below and I'm gonna get to work into it. I guarantee you that if you follow the tips on this video, your videos are gonna have way higher chances of going viral and you're gonna stay ahead of your competition. By the way, YouTube thinks that you should be watching this video right here, so click on it.